And we're back for week two. CT's having some technical difficulties because of his computer wanting to update. So he will not have his camera on, and I will be driving the show. But good to have you on, C Tizzle.
Good to be back. It was a good first week minus losing, but maybe we'll get in the win column this week.
Yeah, at least your opponent didn't. I don't know what CB message, but he said something about, suck it, Jerry. So that was fun. That was fun to see on Sunday. Yeah, it's a tough week. We both had losses. I guess only silver lining is of all the losses, I had the most points. So, at the end it could come down to points, but when you've already lost and you're in a hole after Thursday night, it's not fun. You definitely don't want to go down 0-2. You keep losing after that. The chances to make the playoffs are very slim. So,
Although I know Jerry, I remember a few years ago started 1-5 or 0-5 and came back and made the playoffs. So it's possible.
it's possible. That was a special season with two of your special players, Mahomes and Tyreek. I had both of them, and they carried me. So, all
Good
righty.
year.
We'll just go through real quick on high level recap. I thought I was dead in the water. I mean, I was dead in the water with CB, but man, Moody made it close. Only a 6 point loss there. If Goff throws another touchdown, or my quarterback didn't have a great day, so uh, congrats to CB. That was a good win. Gary putting the stomp on Jack. No offense, but it's always fun to see Jack lose because he's like the Patriots. I forgot this was a touchscreen. Um, he's kind of like the Patriots of the aughts and early 2010s, just always winning. RO is kind of taken over. He's like the Chiefs. He's won it 2 of the last 3 years or something like that. Came out with a dominant victory. Very close, low scoring between you and Scales. Scales barely got the victory. I think Bryson was the surprise. Obviously, his projections were low. We were kind of low on his team. We both picked Taylor to win, and his team performed magnificently. I mean, real quick to highlight, it's one of those genius moves he picks up. Well, it's not this week, but he picked up Alan Lazard and instantly got him 20 points. Besides, with a 0-2-1, he still put up 120. Bears got him 24 because that's the only way they scored in that game. Very impressive week for Bryson. That's not what I wanted to do. And the last one is this was kind of the toilet bowl, 77 versus 73. Both teams not performing very well, but Nels ekes out the victory because I think Murph didn't get enough from the Jets. San Francisco scored too many points. Yeah, Jets D only got him two, who we had going on Monday night. So nice for Nels to squeak out a win, and the standings have Bryson on top after week one. So now we go into week two. You want to get right into the matchups?
Sure. Pick one.
We'll do Jack versus Bryson because no one really likes hearing me talk about my team. So I haven't looked at or studied any of this. CT, I don't know if you have, but
No, I have not.
you want to go? Jack's on the left, so I don't know
Yeah,
why my
sure.
screen's doing that. I can maybe zoom out a little bit.
Yeah, so I think this one is going to really come down to the fact that McCaffrey, I think he's going to be out. I think tendonitis tends to linger around longer than they think, and he's got zero projection. So um, I don't think Lazard's going to put up 20 points again in his stead. Um, and so, plus we've got Mahomes and Rice double on the other side. Garrett Wilson, they're going to be out to prove that hey, they can move the ball a little bit. So, um, and A Chain already put up 21. So, um, yeah, I think I'm going with Jack here. I don't think it'll be
Yeah, well,
well.
I guess
Yeah,
go ahead.
no, go ahead. I'm done.
Were you gonna say contingent on CMC?
No, even if CMC plays, I think he'll be limited. So I'm going to go Jack here.
Going Jack here. Yeah, Achan is a little bit of a cheat code, putting up 21. I mean, if this was a PPR league, I think he'd have even more because he caught a ton of passes out of the backfield. Um, Bryson surprised us last week, but he's starting Dowdle, and Higgins is doubtful again. I think it just came out that he didn't practice. Um, you know, he's going to be out Higgins, out McCaffrey. So um, I bet he's glad he got off to a great start with good points and wins, but this is going to be a tough week. And I see Bryson going to 1-1, just with his team kind of dealing with injuries. And hopefully he can get CMC back and um, he can be a more formidable player, but we'll see what I'm picking Jack this week. So I'll put us both down for Jack.
All right. Sounds good.
All right. Um, oh, why does it? I don't like that. Okay. The defending champ versus Murph. Murph did not have a very good week last week, but he's hoping to bounce back. Oh
He's
man,
off to a rough start.
yeah, he started Keon Coleman and Kincaid.
Dalton Kincaid.
You wanna you wanna break it down? Your thoughts? These
Yeah,
two.
so I think as we talked about last time, we think RO's probably got one of the teams to beat. Waddle didn't get him off to the greatest start, but he's got between Cup with no Puka. Um, Kyler is always produced when he's been healthy. Saquon looks rejuvenated behind that offensive line. Um, I just think there's too much that RO's got for Murph to catch up to him. Now, I will say Hertz could definitely put up some big numbers, and Kyron could. I think they really are going to focus in on Kyron with Puka now being out. Um, but I just between those two, I don't see enough from the rest of Murph's squad to keep up with RO's deep squad. So I'm a pick RO.
Yeah, I think last week Murph got a bump with Pickens. He played pretty well with Justin Fields, even though Justin Fields didn't throw it over the middle. I saw this graphic where all he really did was throw it to the sides. Um, but he's playing against Denver, who Denver shut down Seattle DK. So I'm assuming they're going to kind of run the same defense, and Pickens may not do that much. And like you said, it's going to come down to Hurts and Barkley for the Monday night matchup. If Hurts throws a ton of touchdown passes and Barkley doesn't get anything, maybe Murph has a chance. But I'm going to go with RO with his weapons, and Cup just got an upgrade with no Puka. And I mean, it's crazy that Stafford just seems to find him no matter where he is on the field. I don't know why more teams don't double him. Maybe they do, and he still gets open. I don't know. I haven't looked at the film, but it's very impressive.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, not the
Hey,
greatest start. I don't Go ahead.
no, go ahead. If so I think we both picked RO. Put us down for that. No, I don't know which one you want to go to next, but the car place just called, so I'm gonna call them back real fast. So keep going. Be right back.
Yep. So we lost CT, but we'll go into Shmee and scales. Ooh, I have not broken this one down. Lamar versus the Raiders. I'm on St. Brown. Oh, he's got the Mason pickup. Wow. I'm really liking Shmee's team here against Tank Dell could have a good day. Denver Browns offense. Let me see. All right, just kind of looking over this. I think I'm going to go with Shmee's team here. Lamar against I don't know how good the Raiders defense is historically. The last couple of years they haven't been very good. Lamar's on his first game home. You saw last game even against a formidable Chiefs defense, he was running all over them and he can throw it. So I think he's going to put up points. Amon-Ra St. Brown. Amon-Ra St. Brown. Again, I think that Tampa Bay game is going to be a shootout. In fact, I was going to try and maybe look it up and see if that was the highest over under of the weekend. Looking at it real quick, it's at 51.5. And it is the highest over under for the weekends or for the NFL slate. So it should be a shootout. He probably see a lot there. Ayuk dropped that touchdown pass last week. Otherwise, he would have had some. Brees Hall seems to be part of the offense, a huge part of the offense for the Jets. at Tennessee, who had played really good defense against the Bears, but the Bears were starting a rookie quarterback, but he's got two stud running backs, stud quarterback, great wide receiver. I don't really like McConkey that much in that offense, but I think he got plenty of targets last. Yeah, he got 7 targets, pretty good for a rookie in his first game. Um, just looking at Shmee's team, it's going to be really hard to beat before even looking at the projections. Scales has Daniels against the Giants have one of the worst secondaries in the NFL. So if Daniels is able to throw the ball downfield, he can maybe get a lot more points. Last game, he kind of seemed to be scrambling a lot and didn't really throw it a ton. But at least he's got a good matchup could maybe save him this week. Tank Dell kind of boomer bust. He's in the middle of those 3 receivers in Houston, so I think he's kind of boomer bust each week. He's got Bijan against Philly. Philly used to have a great D line. I think they've gotten a little younger now because they lost like Fletcher Cox and some of those other big guys in the middle. But we'll see if Bijan has a good day. But I still think that Brees matches up with him. I think Mason, the way he played last week, matches up with Etienne. In fact, Etienne didn't even have the most yards last week on his team. Bigsby did. Bowers is still new to the league. Olave, steal of the draft, going against a tough defense. I just think all around that, besides Daniels, Scales has some tough matchups, and Shmee seems to have some good weapons. So I expect both of these teams to be 1-1 next week. I gave my breakdown. I kind of went more in depth to give you some more time. I don't know if you want to make a quick comment on who you like between these two.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the receivers for Scales. I think Bijan can definitely produce this week, but I think that may be about it. So on the other hand, I texted Shmee the other day and I said, "Hey, with Mason, your team looks downright formidable." So I'm going to go with Shmee while Mason's kind of the lead back. I don't think McCaffrey's going to play this week, so I'm going Shmee.
Yeah, we gave Shmee a lot of crap for having like the worst second running back. Last when we went over the team previews. But I mean, if Mason keeps playing and the way that they ran through what was supposed to be a good Jets defense, I mean, Shmee could have found a league winner and he could be back, in playoff contention easily if he ends up playing a lot of the season and CMC doesn't. So good pickup, especially these first 2 weeks. Stinks that Shmee didn't get the victory last week, but maybe you can go to 1-1 and be right there at even. So we're both going with Shmee.
Yep.
So far, we're agreeing on all of them.
Okay.
We'll go. We'll do your matchup. I'm gonna. I don't even know if Gary will listen to this part of it or Shmee, so I'm just gonna say it. Like, bring it back to my team. Of course, the stack does great against me, and then the stack does nothing the next week. I mean, projected for 38 and went for 9. This is kind of cheating. Because of the Thursday night game, and he had so much implication with it of who to pick for this week's matchup. I think we're all going to lean CT, but I don't know if you wanted to break it down on if CB still has a shot or what RJs you wanted to throw out there while you got the spotlight.
I put up 69 points last week, so my team is certainly capable of competing with the best of them.
Yeah.
So, no, I think I've got good matchups all over. So I think it'll end up being me.
Yeah, gonna go with you. Purdy's got a pretty low floor. I think we've talked about it. We may differ on him. I think Purdy's got a high floor. Just I don't think he has like a huge ceiling.
Yeah. I gotta jump again. Sorry.
You gotta go.
Yep, I gotta go. The fridge guy's here, so just keep going.
All right.
I'll mic you for a little while.
Yep. See ya. Godwin, like we already talked about, that Tampa Bay versus Detroit highest point total for the week. Godwin looked pretty great with Baker. They got him and Evans as 1-2. McLaurin against that Giants defense. They have one of the worst secondaries. So hopefully Scary Terry, can tear him up for CT. The Jets got ran through last week by Mason. We'll see what Pollard does. I think almost in every position, CT's got him covered, except for CeeDee Lamb. So unless CeeDee Lamb goes off, for 30, I think this one's going to be CT easy, and both teams will be 1-1 next week. Man, we're going to have a lot of 1-1 teams. All right. Nels first, Taylor. CT left us, so I'm just going to run this one solo. Let's see. We got Stroud, Devontae Adams, Nico, who I guess is dealing with a little illness. Hopefully he plays 100%. Dobbins is a great pickup. He looked explosive. He looked like he was the lead back. Gus Edwards looked slow. Dobbins against Carolina, and that's a great game script for Nels there. McBride, one of the best, highest rated tight ends for this week. Pittman, Anthony Richardson isn't the best thrower, but they could be behind in that game. Or no, sorry, with Malik Willis, not really the best game script for Pittman, but not bad to have in your flex. Going against Burrow and a tough KC team at KC, that's going to be tough to get a lot of points. Marvin Harrison Jr. laid an egg last week. I think he's still getting into the league. He was open, but Kyler didn't find him. I think when he did throw it, it was another bad ball to him. Jamar Chase should see a huge uptick from Burrow, so he's got that stack. I think that's the only way that Taylor stays in this one is if the Burrow Chase stack connects a few times. Otherwise, I think I'm going to go with Nels on this one. Looks to be like a pretty even matchup now that I look at it. Both good running backs. He's got likely Evans as a great flex. He's got Evans as his flex. So Pittsburgh versus Denver and a rookie quarterback. It could come down to defense. I see this is probably going to be the highest scoring total between the two. This is going to be a dogfight. But I'm going to go with Nels. Oh, you're back?
I'm back.
Keep doing that at the end. This is perfect.
Sorry. Yeah, I know. I'm going with Taylor. So.
Oh, nice. We disagree on one.
Yeah, and it's not because I don't think it's going to be close, but I do think Devontae. I don't think he'll get much from him. That's a tough Baltimore team that was really pissed off after losing in Kansas City. So I think they're just going to smash the Raiders. Gibbs, I think, could have a big week. I think Dobbins is going to smash Carolina this week, but
Sure.
But I just think I don't think he has enough. I don't like Burrow against Kansas City. I think that's going to be a lower scoring game than people think. I have no idea what Harrison's going to do. Actually, you know what? Change my mind. I'm going Nels. I think Dobbins is going to power him to a win. It's going to be close, but I think that's what's going to happen.
Yeah, I think if Burrow had played better and looked, I actually didn't watch any of the game, but from what I've heard, if he was 100% and was going against a weaker team, I would probably lean maybe more Taylor. But I think Taylor's still got a great team. He's got two running backs, Kenneth Walker, who they're going to run a ton, and Connor's still formidable. Mike Evans he's got him in that shootout. Just with Chase, Marvin, and Burrow, I just don't think they're going to do much this week with their matchups. Compared to, I'd rather have the Stroud and Nico stack than what Taylor has. But I think what I was saying is both of them should score pretty high and probably be the highest scoring between the two.
Yeah, sounds good. All right, what do we have left? Just yours?
Yeah, just mine.
Okay.
Could have gone a lot worse. I got very lucky with the game script. Had Miami been more in the game, I think they both would have gotten more points, but the second half they basically coasted. The thing that killed me the most was just the pass from Allen to Cook. Like if Cook had just ran that in, they both wouldn't have gotten 6. So that stack hurt, but he's off to a great start. Could have been a lot better, but I think Gary would take that. And Pacheco should run through Cincinnati. Amari and Watson, you hope you can do better than last week, but I don't really know about Jacksonville's defense, but um, he's got Amari, Devontae Smith that he'll have on Monday night. It could come down to that. Mixon played so well last game, but he got so many touches last week. Is he going to get the same amount of touches this week? He might. I think that's a great, flex option for him is Mixon because if they're blowing out Chicago because it's still a rookie quarterback on the road, I mean Mixon could get a lot of carries again. Taysom Hill, I think they run a lot of two tight end sets. Who knows what Hill's going to do, but I don't really have that much of a better tight end on the other side. Ingram didn't do anything last week and has a tough matchup at Cleveland. I like Neighbors' matchup against Washington, but he has Daniel Jones throwing to him. Apparently, a lot of the sharps are on the Giants to cover this week. So if they're in the game, then maybe Neighbors gets a lot of points. But then they could also just double Neighbors and they throw it to one of the other receivers. Um, I don't know. The only thing I think I have is if Goff goes off in this shootout, but he didn't play that great last week. Um, Justin Jefferson against a tough defense. I don't know if Darnold's going to have enough time to give him deep shots. DJ Moore didn't do much last week. This could be a shootout, and maybe Caleb finds him more because Adunze and Allen are either out or limited. Um, I'm not doing this as a hedge. I think Gary has the leg up already from Cook getting 26. So from Cook getting 26 and his team, I'm going to go Gary. I'm going to start 0-2.
And I think you need a big week from Goff to win. Um, so especially
Yeah,
since it looks like Jacobs, I bet they just pound or stack the box, and he's running into 8 and 9 guys all night. Um,
he didn't look great either. I think in the second half he did a lot better, but in the first half he had like 5 carries for 6 yards. He started getting to go in the second half, but yeah, he's actually questionable too, so not a great start.
yeah,
Monty split in time with Gibbs, even though both of them, Monty got the ball a lot on that last drive, the game-winning OT drive. So, I mean, I got a shot. It's just Cook did so well. It could have been a lot worse. I'll definitely take it, but I'm taking Gary.
yeah. I think that's probably the prudent way to go. I'm gonna pick Gary as well.
I wonder if all our picks ring true. We both picked Jack, so he'll be 1-1. We both picked RO, so RO would be 2-0. Shmee would be 1-1. CT would be 1-1. Nels would be 2-0. And Gary would be 2-0. There'd be three 2-0 teams if our predictions are correct.
Yeah. Hey,
And
real quick,
yeah.
Josh, can
Hmm.
you go to the waivers for this past round? I just want to see fab offers.
Yeah. I don't know why Gary took my tight end from me, but okay. He's not even
Yeah.
going to start him.
Okay.
Why?
I was just curious to see if anyone had bid on the players I had bid on. Looks like someone did bid on the Chargers, $1. Glad I was able to scoop them up. So, okay.
You could have got him for 2.
Well, who knew?
Do they have Does the Chargers have Bosa? Isn't one of the Bosas hurt?
I think it's Joey who is with the Chargers, and I think he is. I don't know how hurt he is, so we'll see. Because it's Nick who plays for the 49ers, right? You're a big 49ers fan.
Yeah, of course. Nick plays for the 49ers.
Yeah.
I knew that.
Yeah.
Well, even if I lose, hopefully I put up a lot of points, and maybe that could come down toward the end of the, be a tiebreaker. But yeah, Gary got off to a great start, and yeah, I think that about wraps it up. Did you want to go over anything else? I mean, we'll go through it. We agreed on everybody, so the 6 matchups we have are Jack winning, Shmee winning, RO winning, CT winning, Gary winning, and Nels.
Yeah, I think we're good.
That's awesome.
All right, man. Well, this was
All
fun.
right. Yeah. Thanks for setting it up.
You bet.
And I'll try and get. Yeah, you hear me?
I hear you. Yep. We'll see everyone next week. Good luck
All right.
this week, except to everyone, except to whoever I'm playing.
You don't even remember who you're playing?
Nope, I already forgot.
You know what's funny is I forgot to. You're playing CB.
All right. Good luck to everyone but CB.
He's already projected at 68. All righty. See you, CB.